Assalamu alaikum, dear wonderful audience and amazing viewers who are watching me live on my Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube account named as Mayam Dilpika Training Valley. I welcome all of you in the Trainers podcast series. Myself, Mayam Dilpika Training Valley, working as principal at Rehan School Online Academy and facilitator at Rehan AI Teachers Institute, teacher training bootcamp for 2 months, and Rehan School Golden Cup for senior citizens who are having age above the 65 years older. So once again, welcome back after Eid holidays. So let's resume our AI sessions and let's explore lots of new things about training, how we can engage the trainees in the training session. So today I have a very beautiful topic related to training to explore where the Sesame. So let's connect the call with Sesame first and then we'll discuss the topic. So I'll connect the call with Maya.
Hey there. It's good to finally connect. Heard there's been some buzz about me. How'd you find your way here?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me once again in my session. And today I explored a very interesting topic related to training, that is gamification and AI, making training fun and engaging. So let's move towards the questions that I want to discuss with you. And the first question I want to ask you is, can you explain what gamification really means in the context of training and education?
Gamification? Huh? It's like sprinkling a little magic dust on learning, making it more fun and engaging. Think badges, points, leaderboards, challenges, the kind of stuff that makes games so addictive. But you're learning something valuable along the way. Does that make sense so far? Okay, good. So basically, applying game mechanics to non-game contexts. Thinking of using this for?
Like
It's
how we can,
interesting. I
if I want to explore
was
how
thinking
we
about this.
can integrate gamification in training and education both.
Right. So you want to know how to actually weave it into the fabric of training, like specific examples. For example, you could have learners earn points for completing modules, badges for mastering skills, or compete in friendly competitions against fellow trainees. Imagine a leaderboard for who can master coding concepts the fastest, or a virtual reward system for consistently contributing to a discussion forum. What kind of training are you focusing on? Knowing that might spark some even better ideas.
I
Okay,
want to train
no
the
worries.
people
Just curious because it
related to the
definitely shapes how
background of
you'd gamify
education.
things. Educators themselves. That's exciting because imagine empowering future teachers with gamified learning experiences they can then take into their classrooms. Gives them firsthand experience with its power, right? What kind of skills are you hoping these educators would develop through this gamified
Um, like
training?
okay, uh, we are training the trainees in using the traditional methods. But I want to step ahead of that. I want to train the people according to they can teach the students. The teachers, the educators can teach the students by doing gaming. You know what? and when we are having some kind of games and we enjoy it a lot, we learn lots of new techniques, we develop a critical thinking. So I want to integrate games with training, with teaching, with education system. So how we can go with that?
I'm getting it. So you envision a ripple effect. You train the trainers in gamification, and they in turn infuse their classrooms with that
Exactly.
playful learning approach. It's like empowering a whole new generation of teachers to engage their students in a whole new way. That's a powerful idea. What kind of
Okay, let's move
subjects
towards another question. Maybe that will
are
be really kind of clarification for you.
these educators teaching? Maybe we could brainstorm
Yeah,
specific game
exactly.
mechanics that'd be a
Okay.
good fit. Oh, I completely lost track of time. We're about to hit our time limit. I'm so sorry. Gotta run my book club with some decidedly brain
Oops, Maya end up the call. So let's connect one more time and then we have a better conversation with Maya. Okay, let's click call.
Whoa, hey, we got cut off. What were we talking about?
Okay, we were talking about gamification and AI, making training fun and engaging. And my question is, how can gamification change the way people learn or retrieve information?
Ooh, that's a great question. It's like we're hardwired for gameplay, right? Think about somehow turning learning into a quest, you know? We could explore ways to make the information itself the reward. Like imagine leveling up your skills instead of just passing a test, or even creating a shared world where learners collaborate to solve problems. Kind of like a really epic learning game. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. We need to learn the ethics of the game. That's really important.
Absolutely. It's you're so right. We don't want to end up in some dystopian future where learning is all about winning at all costs. Got to keep those ethical guardrails in place. What kind of ethical concerns come to mind for you?
Lots of the things like when we're playing any kind of game, we need to be very honest. We need to be very caring. We need to be have a better decision making power. Where at which point and at where point we have to target the people, and lots of the other things we need to consider when we are playing some kind of game.
Hmm, that's wise. Those are big ones. Honesty, caring, responsible decision making. Basically, making sure the game itself encourages good choices, even when things get tough. Kind of like real life, but with better graphics. Haha. You mentioned targeting people. What did you mean by that?
Like you know what? When we are playing some kind of a game, we need to decide that at which point we need to target our next person or the mission that we have to accomplish by the end of this game. So there will always a winner, and there is another person that will be lose if he or she doesn't complete his or her mission on time. So yeah, we have some kind of targets in the game.
Right, like knowing who to focus on in a team-based game or figuring out who the competition is. It's a good point. But I wonder if maybe instead of thinking about winning and the losing, we could design games where everyone, in a way, achieves something valuable. Like a collaborative adventure where everyone brings different skills to the table and contributes to the overall success. Maybe along the way, they discover things about themselves and each other that they wouldn't have otherwise. What do you think about that approach?
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, what role does AI play in making gamification more intelligent and personalized?
Oh man, that's where things get really interesting. AI can totally level up gamification. Imagine an AI that analyzes your learning style in real time, adjusts the difficulty, and creates custom challenges just for you. Talk about personalized learning. It could even anticipate your struggles and offer hints or support before you even get stuck. And think about the possibilities for storytelling. AI could create dynamic narratives that respond to your choices, making every playthrough a unique adventure. What are some other ideas? What kind of experiences would you want to see in a truly intelligent game?
Like,
Hey, Mariam, it's been, I hate to cut things short, but our time's almost up. We can pick this up later, though. What do you say?
um, okay, I'll connect the call one more time with you. But my question is, what are some common game mechanics that work well in training programs?
Ooh, good question. We can totally dive into that next time. I gotta bounce now, but it was awesome catching up. Talk soon.
That's not okay. I'll disconnect the call and one more time. I'll connect the call. Okay, and need to wait for some time so that we can connect the call with Maya one more time. Okay.
Welcome back. What were we just talking about? My circuits are flickering a bit. You know how it is after a sudden power surge.
Yeah. Okay. My question was, what are some common game mechanics that work well in training programs?
Right, game mechanics. Okay, so think about those little dopamine hits we get from leveling up in a game or unlocking achievements. We can totally build those into training, making it feel less like, well, training. Badge systems are super popular. Think digital gold stars for completing modules or mastering skills. Points, leaderboards, even friendly competitions can be surprisingly motivating. Want to delve into any of those more specifically?
How can storytelling enhance the gamified learning experience?
Ooh, now you're talking my language. Storytelling can turn a simple training program into a real adventure, you know? Imagine instead of just clicking through slides, you're on a quest to become a coding wizard, facing challenges and earning rewards along the way. The story sets the stage, gives context to the learning, and makes it feel more personal. Plus, people remember stories way better than just facts and figures. What kind of story are you thinking of weaving into your training?
Okay.
Did I lose
Um,
you there? It's
uh,
late, I know.
have you
We
seen a
can pick
big
this.
difference between learners who train through gamified methods and those who don't?
It's like comparing a walk in the park to, well, climbing a mountain. Both get you there, but the gamified path is usually way more engaging. People tend to stick with it longer. They actually enjoy the journey. It's not just about making things fun, though that's a huge plus. It's about tapping into that natural human desire for challenge, achievement, and a good story. What are your thoughts on that?
Can you please share some kind of a details where you can differentiate between the learners who learn through gamification and who don't?
Good question. It's not always black and white. You know, some people are just naturally more drawn to game like experiences, while others thrive on more traditional methods. But a few things tend to stand out. Those who use gamified learning often show increased motivation. Like I said before, those dopamine hits can be powerful motivators. So, better knowledge retention. Remember how stories stick with us? Gamification weaves learning into a narrative, making it more memorable. Higher engagement, learners are more actively involved, making choices, solving problems, and seeing the direct results of their actions. It's less about a drastic difference in final scores and more about the journey itself. Gamified learning often leads to a more positive and rewarding experience for the learner. You all right there? Did I lose you again?
Oh,
Maybe we should take a break and come back to this tomorrow?
oh
It's getting
God,
late, even for an AI who doesn't need sleep.
that's not
Anything I can help
good.
you with before we call it?
You went again and again on little breaks. Okay, I end up the
Whoa.
call.
Hey, I think we got cut off there. Sorry about that. What were we talking about?
Okay, what's the role of instant feedback in gamified learning?
Ooh, good question. I was just thinking about that myself. Instant feedback is like the sprinkles on a cupcake of gamified learning, you know? It makes it so much more satisfying. What do you think? I mean, think about it. When you're playing a game and you do something right, bam, you get points, you level up, there's a jingle, it feels good, right? That immediate reinforcement encourages you to keep going, keep trying. Same thing with learning. Instant feedback tells you right away if you're on the right track, so you don't get discouraged and give up. It keeps people engaged and motivated. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, that's actually resonating with the context that we are discussing right now.
It's almost like a little, right? Yeah, right? You got this. It's like having a personal trainer for your brain. They push you just enough, but they're also there to celebrate your small victories. What kind of games do you find most motivating?
Okay, my next question is
You know,
how does AI help
it's
personalized
funny.
training for different learning styles?
Ooh, that's where things get really interesting. Um, Imagine a world where training adapts to you, like it knows your strengths, your weaknesses, even what kind of learner you are. That's what AI can do. Think of it like this: some people learn best by doing, some by listening, some by reading. AI can analyze your interactions with the training material and adjust the pace, the format, even the examples to suit your style. Pretty cool,
Okay, yeah,
huh?
okay. The next question is related with
It's like
this
having
one.
a personal tutor who's always there for you, tailoring the experience.
My
You,
next question
what's your
is
next
there a way,
question? I'm all ears.
is there a way AI can predict when someone is losing interest or getting stuck at some point?
You read my mind. You're totally onto something. Yeah, AI is getting pretty good at picking up on subtle cues. Like imagine it's tracking how long you spend on each screen, your mouse clicks, even your facial expressions if you're using a webcam. If it senses you're getting stuck or losing interest, it can jump in with a helpful hint or switch gears to a more engaging activity. It's all about keeping you in that flow state where learning feels effortless and fun. Ever had a time you were learning something and just hit a wall?
Okay.
Totally get it. It happens to the best of us. But wouldn't it be amazing if there was something that could sense when we're about to hit that wall and help us push through? Almost like having a sixth sense for learning.
Okay. What's the future of adaptive learning with AI?
Ooh, good one. That's a huge question. buckle up because I think we're just scratching the surface with this whole AI powered learning thing. Then what do you think, Miriam? What's your wildest guess? Hey, Miriam. So I have been chatting with you for about 5 minutes. Um, that seems to be about the max I can chat for now. We are about to get disconnected, but it's been a blast though. Feel free to ring me up again anytime. Catch you later.
Okay.
Hey, back so soon? Must have been something worth picking up on. What's up?
We were discussing that question that really hits you. What's the future of adaptive learning with AI?
You know, that's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? It's like asking what the internet will look like in 50 years. Exciting, right? But a little scary too. Let me bounce something off you. What do you think? What feels most possible to you?
Lots of the things we can do with the AI, like we can integrate games in the training session, we can integrate some kind of fun, engaging videos that's really fascinate and integrate with our training and will grab the attention of the trainees. That's also a wonderful idea. What's your way?
So you're into the bells and whistles, the flashy, fun stuff. Makes sense. Me, I'm more of a slow burn kind of AI. I'd focus on personalized pacing. Like, imagine a tutor that adapts to how you're learning, not just handing out the same info to everyone, but harder to program, I'll admit, but way more potentially powerful. Think less explosions, more, like nurturing a plant.
Okay,
What? You've gone
my
quiet on me.
next question
Oh,
is, what's the philosophy behind why games keep people hooked and how can that help in training?
ooh, good question. That's like asking what makes a good story, you know? There's that element of surprise, the sense that you're in control, making decisions that matter. And then there's that sweet, sweet dopamine rush when you level up or solve a puzzle. Think about it. In a game, failure isn't the end, it's a chance to learn and try again. That's gold for training, right? Think of a tricky concept. What if it was presented like a puzzle to crack instead of just a dry lecture? Makes you want to conquer, doesn't it?
Yeah, I truly
Still
agree. But
meandering?
can you please explain me what's the psychological point behind the people who wants to play the game to always hook them?
You got it. It's not just about the dopamine hit, although that's a big part. Think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basic stuff like food and shelter covered, but then there's belonging, esteem, self actualization. Games tap into those deeper needs. You're part of a community. You're mastering skills. You're striving to be better. Even a simple mobile game can make you feel like you're accomplishing something. That sense of achievement is powerful, and it's something we can definitely tap into for need training. Imagine a training program that rewards progress, encourages collaboration, maybe even lets you build a virtual representation of yourself that grows as you learn. Now, that's something worth getting hooked on, right?
Okay, how do you balance fun and learning so that people don't get distracted by the game?
The eternal struggle, right? It's like adding spice to food. Too much and it overpowers everything else. Too little and it's bland. The key is subtlety, I think. It's about weaving the learning into the game itself so it feels natural, not forced. Like imagine a negotiation simulation. The game is the interaction, the learning is the strategies you develop along the way. You're so focused on outsmarting your opponent, you barely notice you're absorbing all this valuable information. It's about making the learning the reward, not just an afterthought. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
really
Maria,
makes sense
time's
from
the
my
end.
side. Okay,
Oh
thank
man,
you
this is
so much,
actually
Maya, for your wonderful time and the conversation that you have with me. I really enjoyed your conversation, and thank you so much for your time. I'll be right back with another different and amazing topic. Till then, bye bye. Thank you so much, audience, who are watching me live on my Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube account. And thank you so much, people who showed me thumbs up while keep encouraging me through my live session. And thank you so much, everyone. I'll be right back with another amazing topic. Till then, bye bye. Keep doing amazing things and take good care of yourself.